Hey everyone, I'm about to go paragliding in San Diego, California. It's basically a chair strapped to some strings, strapped to a parachute, and you jump off a cliff. The scariest part, the first step off the cliff. Holy shit.
Oh shit.
Like I said, the moment you step off the cliff is the scariest part, and really it only lasts a few seconds and then it just becomes beautiful. You have this amazing scenery of all these cliffs and the ocean. As you're sitting there enjoying the view, your instructor all of a sudden yanks on one of the cords and makes you do 360 spirals, which sends your body horizontal and you start plummeting towards the earth. Which actually is not that bad. It's really fun when he does that. It is scary, but still fun. Our flying time was about 20 minutes to a half hour, somewhere in that range, so pretty long. In that time, we chased birds, we flew over and under other paragliders. Our instructors flew over the mansions that are on the cliff edge, which are huge and amazing. But what was cool was that the instructor pointed out certain parts of the mansions and told us like who owns them and the history behind the mansions before they became mansions. So kind of a little bit of history lesson as you're flying. After the mansions, my sister's instructor and my instructor decided to see how close they can get to each other. And they got so close that they actually touched the wingtips of the paraglider. And the whole time I'm thinking, it's only going to take one little mistake and they're going to wrap around each other and we're all going to go plummeting to the earth. And then my instructor decides to tell me that we're not high enough for the reserve parachute that I have in my pack to actually deploy and land us safely to the ground. But the entire time I felt 100% safe and I felt like this guy was in control. And it wasn't until later when I'm watching the video that I see my instructor actually take his hands off the handles, which is what controls the steering of the thing. The only part that wasn't safe was the landing, which you could probably just blame on my sister for when she landed, she got off balance because the wind is pulling the parachute left and right. So her and her instructor fell and slid across the ground a little bit. But they have people there that run out and help take control of the landing in case something goes wrong so you're not flying back off the cliff again.
Ooh.
My instructor let me fly the paraglider myself, which was a little nerve-wracking because now I'm in control of something I've never been in control of that could easily kill us. It was actually pretty easy. You just pull on the left string, left handle, and you go left. You pull on the right, you go right. And the harder you do it, the sharper it turns. I had some people ask me how it compares to skydiving, and I actually like paragliding better than skydiving. Skydiving is a lot scarier at first because you're jumping out of a plane at, 10,000 feet. And then once you start falling, you realize how beautiful it is and how much you can actually see of the earth. And you kind of lose that fear. And then you pull a parachute and you just glide down and you land. So it's only scary at first. Now with paragliding, it's scary going off the cliff, not as scary as skydiving. But then as you're paragliding, they can do moves which drop you super fast. And you get that rush of, I'm gonna fall and die. And they can spin you so you're parallel to the earth. And what I didn't know about paragliding is that they can catch the updraft and go back up really high and do it all over again. So when you compare it to skydiving, paragliding, you can continue to freak yourself out and have a little more fun, whereas skydiving, you just fall. On top of that, my instructor also brought me right along the cliff edge where I think if I just stretched enough, I could have touched the cliff with my foot. So you can add a little bit more of thrill and excitement than you can with skydiving. As a tandem jumper with an instructor on your back, I would choose paragliding over skydiving if I had the choice between them again. If you want to see a skydiving video that I made, I'll put the link for that video in the description below, and then you can kind of compare.
This place has this nice little cafe. You can get sandwiches and soup and sit out here, watch everyone take off and land.
If you're waiting for your friend or yourself to go paragliding and you got some time to kill, they have delicious sandwiches, and they've actually won awards with their sandwiches and their views. There are a few games to play, so if you have kids or you yourself are bored, you can play games until you go paragliding. This place is the Torrey Pines Glider Port, and it's located in San Diego, California. They offer hang gliding and paragliding. Hang gliding is $200 and paragliding is $150. And I'll put the website link in the description below. And what you do is call before you go, and they'll tell you if the winds are good for flying. That way you don't show up, then realize there's not good enough winds, and then you have to go home. They say any age can fly with them. It's $50 for a GoPro camera, and it's $10 for a guy to stand on the edge of the cliff and take pictures as you fly by. The pictures came out awesome, the video came out awesome. They let me use my own GoPros as well. So we had 3 GoPros for this. It was amazing. I can't express how amazing paragliding is. It's just so pretty and so much fun. And you do it for 20 minutes, which is a long time. So you really get your money's worth in my opinion. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, just ask me in a message or ask me as a comment. I'm always checking them and I'll definitely answer you. And I'm not sure where I'm going next or what video I'll be making. So if you want to subscribe, because I put the videos out randomly, that way if you subscribe, you'll have a better chance of seeing the video when it comes out. Thank you for watching, and ask me any questions you need to. Bye! Jazz hands.